and they will begin things at the 25. Brady now on first down. This one swung out here to Jones. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense. And in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
To throw again on second down, Brady. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Brady now on first down. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Here comes Grant on the return. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, they held them completely out of the end zone, just held them to a field goal. So they're not just hoping for a repeat here. They're hoping to do it even better. A shutout is their goal.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And now here's a carry heading left. Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with the tackle. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one bit. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, here's Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Tua finding Gesicki there for a Dolphin first. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Open man left side is the tight end Long. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Salvon Ahmed. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Right here. 55 is Mike, guys. Ozzy. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Yo. Mike, 55.
On 1st down, Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. That throw by Brady, incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Airing this one out for Evans. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Dolphins 14, Buccaneers nothing.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones. 1st down and much more here for Jones. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. The ultimate speedster showing that speed in front of this home crowd. They love that.
Made me stand up on that run because right now all I want to do is wave to the crowd. More noise, more noise. You got to reward him for that one. A big-time monster run.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Brady going to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. He's got daylight. It's a foot race. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He'll get this out wide to Gaskin. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
We saw this jumping jack make steady improvement his first 3 years in Miami, and he topped it off with 53 catches last year, career high. Now in his 4th season, I expect his numbers to continue to rise.
And now here's a carry heading left. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Now a handoff here to his running back. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
Gaskin is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Ahmed. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Salvon Ahmed with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-0.
Buccaneers, nothing. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Second and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's one they certainly wish they had back. A loss of 8. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And so much of being a good tackler is understanding and taking the right angles to a ball carrier. And that was just tremendous straight line speed there. He eliminated the angles and was able to meet his man behind the line of scrimmage.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he'll get this awfully close to a 1st down. Boy, that's going to be a razor-thin measurement, but I don't think he got there. Well, they've got the comfortable lead. Decision time here. Do they go for it, press their luck?
Listen, if I'm the head coach, I take my headset off. I turn to my defense and say, guess what, guys? We're going for it right here, right now. I want the knockout shot, and if it doesn't happen, you've got my back, don't you? Go get it.
And if you don't get it, the other offense, they've got a long way to go in the other direction. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, 1-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first two possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Second and 5.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 45.
Looking to pass. Tua. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. So holding on the return, and that's going to back him up to start the drive.
He was trying to get the job done correctly, just trying to clear a little space for his returner. Ended up getting a little too much jersey and hooked the guy, hence the flag.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. And some room to roam now. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, Coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tua going to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jonathan Abram picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Brady now to throw. Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Shotgun now for Brady. Throwing left side, it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 36 yards on the play. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Tua. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And got his man complete. Touchdown Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On 2nd and 10, Brady. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And a look now at Nelson, who remains down. He appears to be shaken up a bit. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Play action, now it's Tua. And this is caught by Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. You ain't going nowhere. 25, check 25, check 25. Rush in, rush in, rush in. 36, 36.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He's going to air one out. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. But we saw Tua Tagovailoa hit on some big ones in his college days to Henry Ruggs and Jerry Jeudy. And that left arm, pretty underrated in terms of strength.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. A handoff to Fournette. 44 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brady pushes him over and running with power here. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit.
That touchdown was for all the fantasy people out there. May not change the final outcome, but some points were scored, and maybe some of the people at home are really excited to get those.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that will cut this lead down to 25. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Here's Carter now on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
45. Mike, 45.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
He's coming. We got double up. Hey, check Mike 45.
They'll run now with Gaskin. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Show it up.
Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin White, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a 1st down as he stopped at the 48. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Airing this one out for Evans. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down is Brady. There's Evans again, complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing is Brady on third down. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Again, it's Brady. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Jones will score. Touchdown, Buccaneers. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point put through by Succo, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They fake the handoff, now Tua. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Miami. And it's taken in at the 9. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. Here's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
That throw by Brady incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that when he's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now Brady again. And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Rob Gronkowski, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Get some 9 yards and a first. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play. Wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped. Good coverage downfield. And he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 43. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. he'll give it here to his running back. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Brady now on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. To try again after the sack. Brady. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Now Brady got to have this one. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Play action. Now it's Brady. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And, of course, this win a big one. They can hang their hat on this victory on the road against the defending Super Bowl champs.
And you know how difficult it is for the team that wears the crown because they're going to get everyone's best shot. So let's face it, they circled this game. We're going to go in there and take down the defending Super Bowl champs. This is our opportunity. They're not going to walk out of here with a trophy today, but they will walk out with respect around the league, and to them, that's vitally important.
So for Miami, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville